Welcome to iLecture Online. Our next proof is actually a quite interesting proof. Not only that it's interesting to prove this, but the result is very useful. Here we're given two lines that cross and two angles that are opposite to one another. Those are called vertical angles. Angle number 1 and angle number 2 are considered vertical angles, which is a given, and we're trying to prove that the measure of angle 1 equals the measure of angle 2. In other words, the measure of vertical angles are equal to one another, a very useful fact in geometry, which is used in a lot of applications. So let's go ahead and try to prove that. And we're going to start out by simply stating that the angle 1 and angle 2 are vertical angles. This is a given, so that's why we're allowed to do so. But what do we do next? Well, let's say that we then put a number in here for this angle right here. We'll call this angle 3. And now notice that angle 1 and angle 3 therefore are what we call a linear pair of angles. That's by the postulate of linear pairs. Whenever we have two lines that cross, the opposite angles are vertical angles and the adjacent angles are called a linear pair. And that is by postulate of linear pairs. So we can say that angle 1 and angle 3 are a linear pair. We are comparing, so in other words, what we're trying to do is we're trying to find some way of comparing angle 1 and angle 3. So we're trying to find a relationship. And we're allowed to do that by the postulate of linear pairs. And in the very same fashion, we can do that with angle 2 and angle 3. Notice that they also form a linear pair. Therefore, angle 2 and angle 3 are a linear pair. Again, we're trying to find the relationship between the angles, and we're justified because we're using the postulate of linear pairs. Okay, now what we need to do is realize that if two angles are linear pairs, they're therefore supplementary angles. By definition, I'm missing something here. All right, so by definition, angles that are linear pairs form supplementary angles, and therefore the sum of their angles add up to 180 degrees. So the measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 3 adds up to 180 degrees, and likewise the measure of angle 2 plus the measure of angle 3 adds up to 180 degrees. So here what we can do is we can find the definition of supplementary angles. And so we can make this claim by definition. All right, next, we're still trying to prove that vertical angles have the same measure. Now notice, if the sum of these two measures add up to 180 and the sum of these two measures add up to 180, I can now equate those to one another. So I can say that M1, the measure of M1, not M1, but the measure. So let's go ahead and clean that. Plus the measure of M3, the measure of 3, equals the measure of 2 plus the measure of 3. Why can I do that? I simply made a substitution. I simply replaced 180 degrees by what 180 degrees is equal to. So I perform the substitution, and I can do so because of the substitution property of equality. Now take a look here and notice that I have the measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 3 equals the measure of angle 2 plus the measure of angle 3. I have the measure of angle 3 added to both sides of the equation, which means I can subtract the measure of angle 3 from both sides of the equation. So I'm going to subtract the measure of angle 3 from both sides. If I do that, I end up with the measure of angle 1 equals the measure of angle 2, which is what I set out to prove in the first place. Now, why am I justified in doing that? I can subtract the same from both sides because of the subtraction property of equality. Which then leads us to this very, very important, what we call relationship between two opposite angles called two vertical angles. Their measures are the same. And this is how we prove that.